Alright, hi guys, my name is Leslie Cabanas, and this is my archaeoastronomy project on the Mayan calendar. First things first is our location. The Mayan calendar was used in pre-Columbian Mesoamerica, and it's actually still used today in Veracruz, Oaxaca, and in Guatemala. The oldest calendar was actually found in a rainforest, specifically in the northeastern corner of Guatemala on a site called Hulten, northeast of the closest city of Tikal. I apologize if I'm butchering any of those names. The coordinates of Tikal is actually 17.222 north, and the longitude is 89.6237 west. It's on the continent of North America, and it is in the country of Guatemala. Alright, moving on to our timeline. In 400 AD is when the Mayans actually peaked in astronomical knowledge. They also had the spark of Christianity as it was adopted by a Roman emperor, Constantine the Great. And in 400 AD, the Jin dynasty had also just ended. The reason why I picked this topic is actually because I'm pretty sure all of you guys know about the Mayan calendar, and that's because in 2012, when we all thought that the world was going to end, the Mayan calendar was a big part in that. I also just kind of wanted to learn more about it just because of that topic. And I'll talk more about why we thought that in the first place later. The calendar, that's my really cool, awesome animation that I made, predicting that the world was going to end on all that stuff. Yeah, the calendar is actually made up of 3 different calendars into one big one, which that actually leads us into our next topic, or next slide. The names of those 3 calendars is Tzolk'in. Once again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of that. That calendar is made out of 260 days, and then after those 260 days, it actually refreshes itself. The next one is Hob, which is actually a secular calendar. It's made out of 365 days, but there are no leap years. So they just kind of round it down. Like, you know how our calendar is 365.4 days because of leap years that we have? That's how we compensate for that. So because they didn't compensate for that 0.4, their seasons were actually like kind of wonky every now and then. Moving on to the next one is the long count calendar, and that marked the creation of time. That calendar starts on August 11th, 314 BC and ends in December 21st, 2012. There is my awesome animation again. Yeah, that's kind of why we thought that the world was going to end. Moving on to our next one, it's astronomical purposes. The calendar itself was actually created for religious practices. It was used to predict the eclipses and solar eclipses, and they also believed that the gods were just replaying the events of creation through eclipses. The Mayan astronomy was actually state-supported, so emperors would actually be the ones who were predicting all those eclipses and stuff. They would also observe the planets and eclipses to see when was the best time to attack an enemy, perform rituals and ceremonies, and all like that type of stuff. They would also observe Venus and solar eclipses in specifically. Yeah. Moving on to the tools that they would use. They used observatories, which I thought was really cool, because look how well structured that thing is. It kind of looks a lot like modern day observatories. They also use shadow casting devices. It would really just be a fork in the ground, and they would see the movement of planets like through it, like through that little peak right here. Yeah, they would just observe Venus and stuff like that. They would also use, I'm getting ahead of myself really quick. They would use the horizon, just to see how the sun was moving through like the week, which I thought was really cool. Or through the day, I mean, not week. In conclusion, things that you should know, just to recap, it was used in Mesoamerica. The oldest found calendar is in Tikal, Guatemala, and there are 3 different calendars in one, which that's all that detailing right there. And it was used for ceremonial practices and decision making from the emperors. Quiz time, guys. It's time to get serious. I'll just have some background music right here. All right, first question. Why did we believe that the world was going to end in 2012? And I'll give you guys some time to think about that. All right, have your answer? That's because that the long count calendar cycles was ending. That's why we thought that the world was going to end, and that's why we were all freaking out. Next question. What were some things they observed in the sky specifically? And I don't know if you guys have short-term memory loss, but if you do, that's okay. I'll just give you the answer now. They would observe Venus and eclipses specifically, or they would observe both lunar and solar, but specifically they would observe the solar eclipses. I'll just stop this music right now. It's kind of getting repetitive. Yeah, that's about it for my presentation. Thank you for watching. And thank you for participating. I hope you guys have a good day, and thank you.